Good morning, good morning. Another great workout, another great hike. Guys, here's your view for the day. It's beautiful, ain't it? Hey, sorry for the longer video, but I wanted to answer some of the questions that came from last week's video. Some phenomenal questions, great questions. I'm loving the hunger and the thirst for knowledge and education. You know, that's what we're about, that's what we're here for. So keep them coming, reach them out, and we'll either address them in another video or we'll reach out and talk individually to help guide you to success. But one of the most common questions that came up was whether or not strength training or cardio was more influential for longevity. Phenomenal question. And also a very difficult and complex answer. Due to a lot of individual factors, it's hard to tell a person whether they need to lean or prioritize one over the other. So that's something we would have to do individual to assess what your problems are and where we need to go. But I will tell you, there's only one true performance metric that's directly correlated to all-cause mortality, and that's your VO2 max. How well your cardiovascular system works in comparison to how you get along is probably a lot easier to track and make sense out of than your max bench press or your max squat. But there is a lot of good research out there that shows strength training can influence all-cause mortality by 10 to 15%, which is great. But there's also some really good research out there that says strength training plus cardio can influence all-cause mortality by 30 to 40%, which is phenomenal. So now we have to be a little bit careful with that data because correlation doesn't always mean causation, which means people who are lifting weights multiple times a week and doing cardio multiple times a week are probably making other positive lifestyle choices that are leading to a longer life. But I think it's safe to say that if you want optimal performance and you want optimal years added to your lifespan, you probably need to add cardio and strength to your program. So doing that multiple times a week. Now I will add that intent is just as important as doing it. Just getting up and doing the activity is gonna provide you results and get you healthier than not. So at least do that. But step one is being able to add them together. So if you're doing strength and you're not doing cardio, let's get them added. If you're doing cardio and not adding strength, let's get it added to your week. Making sure that we're intentful with the adaptations that are coming out of those workouts. So either getting custom programming, which we do if you need help, or gaining the education to where we can think through and assess what are we trying to force our body to adapt to during this workout? What intensity levels or what variables do we need to play with to force our body to change the way we want them to change? It's important. So if you don't have the education to do that, keep following us. We got some great content coming out, so keep following. Stay tuned, stay in touch, and as always, stay hungry.